Thought I'd vlog today, have some fun. I am sick, so that's great. Winter is here. I'm cold. But we're also out of coffee, and I can't have a day with no coffee. So I'm gonna go buy a latte, and then we'll go grocery shopping later. I wanted to go to Dirty Dancing tonight, because I've been back at it. It's a really fun class, but I don't think that's gonna happen if I'm feeling like this. Also, Taylor Swift just dropped this song today. Loving it. Let's go get some coffee. So I'm currently reading all of the Harry Potter books for the first time, which has been really fun, and I'm on book 3. So let's read some of that this morning, because that'll be kind of fun. Hi. Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm cutting a 16-ounce iced oat milk latte.
Yeah, just gonna be $6.50 for you.
Do you guys tip when you get coffee at a coffee shop? Comment down below, because... Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Because I did tip today, but there's times where I don't. And usually when I do tip, it's because I get anxious. I feel like I have to. Okay, yum! Oat milk latte. I also don't know how I feel about Starbucks sometimes. It can be fun, of course, but their coffee does not taste the same as like a regular coffee, local coffee shop. It's just not as good. I want to read this morning. I'm going to journal a little and read, because I haven't done any of that yet. But I used to like tell myself I couldn't read my fiction books in the morning because it wasn't like quote unquote productive. But now I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to start my day however I want and read my fiction book. Also today I wanted to do a little Daysy update. So if you don't know, there's this device called Daysy that I've been using for years. I have several videos here on YouTube about it. They're like my most popular videos. And it is like a natural pregnancy prevention device or just fertility tracker. So you can use it for pregnancy prevention. I just got my Spotify Wrapped back. It's always so fun to go over the Spotify Wrapped, but it was no surprise. Top artist, Jake Scott. And here's my music range. It's literally all over the board. We got pop, we got R&B, we got country. She's a versatile girl. Okay, me and Mona are gonna go for a walk. You wanna go for a walk? You guys, I just picked my face. Every time I'm about to do my makeup, you just see all these little things you need to get, you know? But I have this little antibacterial spray I'll do first. And I'm gonna put my makeup on for the day. I'm moving so slow today, it's already 1 o'clock. But I figured while I do my makeup, I will give you guys a Daysy update. So if you don't know what Daysy is, it is a device. It's a fertility tracker. So it itself is not birth control, but it's like a pregnancy prevention method. So this is the Daysy. And if you followed me for a while, you maybe saw my old videos about it. But if you didn't, I'd watch those if you're interested, because I answer lots of questions, talk about my whole experience. That was 6 years ago. So I've been using this device for the last 6 years. And it's been going great. I've never had a accidental pregnancy, and I always say a disclaimer with it. I only use this method knowing that I have one partner. I originally started using it after we were already married and felt better about it because I didn't want a baby at the time, but I knew if we did have a baby, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. But here we are 6 years later, and it's still working great for me. So I didn't make an update video sooner because I just didn't know what else there was to say about it. If you're new here, again, watch those videos, or if you have any other questions, you can ask them down below. I recently, something that's new though, have been getting into cycle syncing because I've been struggling with really bad PMS for like the last 2 years, and I think that my PMS might be what's called PMDD. I've never been diagnosed, but I feel like I hit all the boxes for it. So PMDD is like premenstrual dysphoric disorder, so it's just really intense PMS. Like I feel like a completely different person. All the things I normally love to do, I don't want to do. I get very depressed. It's just like really not a good time. So I've recently been getting more into researching cycle syncing, which is pretty much just living your life in accordance, I don't know if I'm saying that right, with your menstrual cycle. And I avoided it for a while because it seems kind of daunting. But the Daysy device, I've been tracking my cycle for 6 years. So I at least have that, but now I'm starting to learn the names of the phases and, you know, different things about them. So really quick, I'll give you a rundown of the Daysy though. You take your temperature every morning underneath your tongue. The cap comes off. It takes like 30 seconds. You have to take it right when you wake up. You can't lollygag. It's like first thing because it needs to get your basal body temperature. And then it will give you a light for the day. So today my light was red, which means I'm fertile. So it's pretty much saying like you need to use protection, you're fertile, unless you're trying to get pregnant. The other light I'll give you is green, meaning you're not fertile at that moment. And then yellow, if it's still like estimating your system and it's not quite sure, then it will give you yellow light, which pretty much still means use protection kind of a thing. But anyway, yes, back to the cycle syncing thing. The benefits apparently of cycle syncing, which again I'm really new to it, is that if you're living in sync with your cycle, your body runs more optimally how it should. PMS and intense cramps and things like that that are so common and all of us women for the most part have experienced, just because they're common does not mean they're normal. Having very bad PMS, having really bad period cramps is actually a sign that something is off. We're not meant to just be miserable for 2 weeks, a whole week out of the month. If you have really bad periods or if you experience really bad PMS, I would for sure look into cycle syncing as well. I'm reading a book right now on Audible. It's called In the Flow, and I'm only about like 4 chapters in, but so far it's a lot of good information, and pretty much it will just kind of give you guidelines of how to exercise, how to eat, and just little changes to make to your lifestyle at each phase of your cycle, because there's 4 phases. So that's where I'm at now with my period journey. And it's funny because I've always been, if you look back at my old videos, I've always been into like women's health, periods, things like that. I have a bunch of videos on like menstrual cups, this Daysy, that sort of thing. So it's funny to me that it took me so long to like take on the task of learning about cycle syncing. It just feels daunting, but I think it's gonna make a huge difference when I, you know, understand it better and I'm good at it. But I guess all in all, as far as the Daysy update goes, is the update is pretty much that there is no update. Still working well for me. Sometimes I can be bad about the consistency of taking my temperature. I feel like when I wake up in the morning and I'm like half awake, half still sleeping, I like forget to do it, or like for some reason think I can't. But other than that, it's been going really well, and my periods are very regular too. But when I first started out using the Daysy, my periods were like 40, my cycle was like 40 days long, when it should be more like 28 days. 28, 30, which is where I am now. So that's good. But again, if you have further questions, let me know down below. It's been great. I really struggled when I was on hormonal birth control, and I tried pretty much all hormonal birth control methods and they were all horrible. So that's what pushed me to do the Daysy device, and I'm so glad I did. And I'm going to link down below, I'll link the Daysy. I do have a discount code. I'll link 2 books. In the Flow for cycle syncing, and then Taking Charge of Your Fertility is a really good one as well, and it'll help you understand kind of the science more behind doing this sort of method and how it works. We're gonna get ready and go to Barnes & Noble today and work on just a few things. Barnes & Noble is my favorite place to work and get some stuff done. You can just focus better. It's such a great atmosphere. I need to go get this wet for my eyebrows. Last little disclaimer too, I'll say about the Daysy. Of course, the Daysy does not protect against STDs, okay? Important to note. I'm going to put on some of my Pro Lash eyelashes. So I did this in my photo shoot vlog 2 videos ago. I showed you guys Pro Lash. If you didn't watch that, they're just at-home lash extensions you can put on yourself. I really love them. They can stay on for up to 10 days. For me personally, after about 5-7 days max, I want to take them off and I'm like ready for a new pair. Okay, so if you buy a starter kit, it comes with like the 3 sets of lashes, which should last you approximately a month-ish. And then the glue tweezers and the remover. And then I want to use the other style I have today, the volume set. So once you have the glue and tweezers and stuff, you can just order just the lashes. So pretty. Okay, and then let's start with one eye and then we'll switch. The reason I really like these lashes too is there's times where I just want to break from lash extensions and I just want to wear nothing on my eyes. So it's nice because I'll wear them for however long, you know, like 7 days, take them off, and then I won't wear any lashes for a few days until I feel like putting on more, so I can have a break and like rub the shit out of my eyes. So that's one of the reasons I love them. But in between, I've been using the Babe Original Lash Serum to like make sure my natural lashes stay really strong, long, and healthy. And I feel like I've already noticed a difference in how long my natural eyelashes are. So that one's not in any way sponsored, I just love that product. I'll pop it on the screen and link it down below. And then once I get the glue on my eyelash, start putting on the fake eyelashes. Also, sometimes once I get to the end, if I feel like the last lash is a little too big or it's not going to fit comfortably, I'll take a little pair of scissors. I'll cut just a little end off of the last lash so it fits a little bit better. Much better. So now they're all in a good place and I'll just pinch them to my natural lashes. Make sure they stay. Voila! Stunning. Okay, let's do the other eye. Okay, now they are all the way on. This is the volume number 2 set. And I do, of course, have a discount for you guys. So if you want to try them, you can use my code Elle for 10% off your first purchase. I'll link it down below. Look at all these links I'm giving you guys. Now I just need to put on my eyebrows. And then we'll put on some lip gloss and we'll be ready. Alright, we're ready to go. This is my favorite way to dress to go out. I do my makeup. And then I put on something that matches, but is totally cozy, like I'm wearing pajamas. It's like a real outfit, but way better. Got my Barnes & Noble bag. Let's go. You guys, I almost left the house without eating breakfast, which is not okay. So I made sourdough and some scrambled eggs real quick. And ketchup, of course. Let's make this real fast and then we'll go. Okay? Okay, I'm done working. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to the grocery store now, but I was working on this new thing I joined. It's called To Be Magnetic, and if you are into manifestation, you should look it up because they have a podcast. You can kind of just test it out first. I originally got into manifestation when I was young, like really young, because I saw the documentary or whatever you'd call it, The Secret, and I loved it from the beginning because I was like, I can, you know, make the life I want kind of a thing. But in all of the early manifestation stuff I was looking at, it's all pretty woo-woo and just like think positive, don't think negative at all, visualize and like imagine you are who you want to be, which can be great, you know, To Be Magnetic. They are teaching about manifestation through your subconscious beliefs. So true manifestation comes from your self-worth and your subconscious beliefs. So it's more like science-backed and stuff. But so far I'm loving it. So I'll link their podcast down below. It's called Expanded by To Be Magnetic. My life coach told me about it. My life coach, Lindsay. I was working on that the whole time for like a couple hours and just starting out with like this program they have. And I think it's gonna be really good. So, but we're gonna grab a few groceries from Sprouts and then we're gonna head home. shopping's done. Got myself a delicious coconut water. No sugar added with the pulp. So good. I feel like this is probably good for my little cold I have. I also got me and Dallin both an immunity little shot. Okay, I had to do a little client coaching call. So I took a little pause, but here we are. I'm gonna show you what groceries we got. Coffee beans, of course. I buy organic coffee, and you should too. It's very important. I got bananas for Dallin because he's obsessed. Strawberries and blueberries. Lemons because I love lemons. An onion. Sweet potatoes. I got 2 sweet potatoes. Light mayo, which is nice because it's less fat, but it tastes pretty much the same as regular mayo, at least to me. Some dairy-free cream cheese, nutritional yeast, and 2 blocks of tofu. We haven't had tofu in a long time. We're back on the tofu train. So I'm gonna put all this away. Oh, delicious. Spaghetti squash, asparagus, salmon, and a little bit of pasta, because I love pasta. Dylan got broccoli with his.
It's gonna be fire.
And Mana gets dog food. Thanks for watching. I'm going to close out here. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.